Welcome to the OT, presented by Ford.
And so the Packers roll. They're now 8-3. Welcome to the OT presented by Ford. Let's catch up on everything that's happened so far here in Week 12.
All right, Arizona Cardinals up to play the Seahawks. That's great quarterback Kyler Murray out of Oklahoma. Fake underneath, rolling right. He rolls. He picked off, though, by Kobe Bryant. Lobbed it over his intended receiver's head. Now here we go, Howie. 69-yard intercepted return, farthest score. Seattle would go on to miss the extra point no matter. Seahawks 16, Arizona Cardinals 6. Bo Nix, you know what? Rapidly maybe becoming the best rookie quarterback so far this year, and there are a lot of good ones out there. Rolling right foul, Cortland Sutton on the back into the end zone or crossing route, 2-yarders, 26-16 Denver. Gardner Minshew had to leave the game with an injured shoulder. Denver wins this football game 29-19 over the Las Vegas Raiders. Jaden Daniels, number 1 pick out of LSU, quarterback for the Commanders, hosting the Cowboys. Looking pass complete for McLaurin. And here we go. Good job of running. Here's what I like. Speed. Down that sideline, Michael. 86-yard touchdown. It's 27-26. And then it is missed. Seibert misses it. No good. Dallas does come on after an onside kick. Is returned for a touchdown by Dallas. Dallas wins it 34-26 over the Washington Commanders. Lions at the Colts. Jared Goff coming off a 4-touchdown performance last week. Jahmyr Gibbs takes it straight up, bounces outside, 5-yard touchdown, 21-6. The Lions. Gibbs finishes with 90 yards and 2 touchdowns on the ground. 24-6, though, Lions on top of Indianapolis. That is the final. Vikings, Bears, 22 seconds on the clock. Bears go for the onside kick, and they get it. Minnesota at this point, 27. Chicago Bears, 24. Then Cairo Santos, 48-yard field goal. It looked like it was going to left, and then the wind moves it back to the right. I'm guessing wind. I don't think he hit a fader there. 48-yarder. We're tied at 27 until Ramos nails a 29-yarder for Minnesota. The Vikings, 30. Bears 27. That is a final. Chiefs at the Carolina Panthers. You know what? I don't think the Chiefs expected this game to be this close. It actually is. That's Mahomes rolling, scramble, takes off, 32 yards. You don't realize how fast this guy is, but he can move pretty good. Chiefs get into field goal range. So right now the score is, you got it, 27-all until Schrader's 31-yard field goal. It is good, and the Chiefs win this football game 30-27 over a surprisingly hard battle by Carolina. Tommy DeVito, quarterback for the Giants, getting his first start. Watches Mayfield set up, look right, fake out. Now speed, now power into the end zone. 10-yard touchdown. Tampa Bay Buccaneers 30. The New York Giants 7. Titans at the Texans. Will Levis finds Okonkwo. He takes it all the way. Watch this. Little simple crossing route. Nobody there. Run past the corner. Outrun the safety. Another safety can't catch him. Here we go. 70-yard touchdown. Tennessee 30-27. And then
Ka'imi Fairburn. How about this to win it? 28-yarder.
32,
Doesn't get it. Titans win it.
There you are. And then, of course, talk about a big day by a quarterback. The best touchdown passing performance on the day so far is Tua Tagovailoa, 4 touchdown passes on the day. This is a 23-yarder to Waddle, 34-15 Miami. All over New England. That is the final. Now Miami has won 3 in a row with Tua back at quarterback.
And their next game against the Green Bay Packers on Thanksgiving Day. And speaking of, we will get you back out to Green Bay for post-game coverage. Aaron Andrews talks with Josh Jacobs, who is the hero of the day after his 3 touchdowns. Plus, we'll get inside some of the winning locker rooms. Tom Brady will also join us live right here on the OT, presented by Ford. And yes, Seattle is now celebrating being tied for first.
I'm shining, doing my thing. Got them all staring like, ooh, look at me. I'm shining, doing my thing. Ain't no comparing like, ooh, look at me. I'm vibing, so carefree. Nothing in the world could ever stop me. I'm shining, doing my thing. Got them like, ooh, ooh. Got them like now. Got them like, ooh, how about to do it right now? How about to do it right now? Got them like, ooh, how about to do it right now?
750 U.S. military bases around the world. One of them had to be the least important.
Blow out! I like this soldier.
He just ran into a door.
But at least he ran.
Dennis Leary is Going Dutch. Premieres January 2nd on Fox.
And so the Packers get the win at home. They are rolling right now. They've won 5 of their last 6 and are 8-3, but still fighting in the NFC North. We'll talk much more about that as we welcome you back to the State Farm postgame show, or excuse me, the OT, presented by Ford. After the State Farm postgame show, which was earlier.
Yes.
Also
yes.
earlier, Aaron Andrews spoke with Josh Jacobs following his 3-touchdown performance in the big win.
3 touchdowns today for Josh Jacobs. 3rd time it's happened in your career. You don't remember the other 2?
Nah, man, I just be out there playing.
Yeah, you certainly were, and you were finding those holes, missed tackles. How were you able to do that? What was the key for you today?
Man, you know, I know how much this game meant to the team, man. You know, watching them last year, devastating loss to these guys, I know how much it meant. So I just wanted to set the tone and the standard today.
Speaking of setting a tone, your coach and quarterback have told us you set a tone out there when you run and the things you say to defenders. What are you saying to them when they're missing tackles? You got to tell us.
Hey, it's a reason why I don't let y'all mic me up.
Not even a little bit?
Nah, man. Nothing I be saying could be put on TV for real.
Matt LaFleur, Jordan Love also talking with us this week and a couple weeks ago about what a fit you have been for this team. What has Green Bay done for you, your playing career, and all of that this year?
I mean, they believed in me. They took a chance on me. So every day I come in and I try to pour everything that I got into them. I try to invest into my teammates, and I try to be a leader. You know, each day, you know, you might have ups and downs, but I try to set that standard.
Still aren't going to give us an idea what you say to those defenders, huh?
It'll come out one day.
We got to get a mic on this guy. Josh Jacobs, thank you.
Thank you.
Well, 106 yards rushing and 3 touchdowns might make him a candidate for Tom Brady's standout as the LFG Player of the Week award. Today, Josh Jacobs, he already won it. You can check out their conversation on the Fox Sports app, at NFL on Fox, on social media as well. Speaking of Tom Brady, he joins us right now following the call of that game. Good to see you, Tom. Hopefully you're warm up there in the booth.
No comment.
Hey, Tom, Jordan Love throws for 163 yards today. The value of Josh Jacobs, the addition of him, it changes the identity of this offense, the play action pass, the physicality that he shows. You like that?
Yeah, I just think overall his mentality, the way that he approaches the run game, there's like not a run where he's stopped, where he's not churning his legs and pushing the pile. And I just think that's a great thing for the entire offensive line. They're in their battle and in the trenches. You know, it's November. These guys are getting beat up, and they got a back behind them that they know if they give him a glimmer of a hope in a hole, he's going to burst through there and fall forward. So he's playing tremendous football. What a pickup. And I think not just the physical approach, but his attitude in general. He loves football. He loves getting the ball. It's like torture for him to go off the field. So I love that about having him as a back for this Packer team.
And Tom, on the other side of it, Brandon Allen, how hard is it for a quarterback to come in and take over for a quarterback who's had such command of the offense, especially with some of the injuries that they've had, to just come in and kind of take over? It seemed like Brandon Allen didn't quite pick it up as fast as he needed to pick it up. How tough is it in a game of this magnitude to just be put into that situation?
Yeah, Stray, it's just a big challenge because he hasn't played football basically in 3 years. So it's like, where does that really impact the game? To me, it's that awareness in the pocket when those bodies are around you. He had 2 fumbles today, and then he actually made some good throws, decisive throws down the field in tough conditions. It's a little wet, it's a little windy, it's a little cold. And he just needed his guys to come down with some of those catches. And Debo missed a couple. Christian's still not quite back to where he needs to be. So this is a game where you got to lean on Debo. Kittle did actually have a decent game. Jennings, he actually had a couple good catches. But overall, too many long fields that they had to deal with, and they give up too many short fields to Green Bay. Not a recipe for success going on the road against a good team.
Tom, it looks like the North Division may be the most difficult in all of football. Do you think anybody that can catch Detroit, and you think 3 teams out of the North might make the playoffs?
That's what it looks like to me. Again, Detroit has been unbelievable. 10-1. We covered them a bunch. There's not a lot of flaws that they've had. If they can stay healthy down the stretch, to me, they're the team to beat. The Vikings, they're just finding ways to win, and no one's talking about them. And then the Packers, they've got this formula for success. They're winning close games. They've improved some of the things that they said they needed to improve on situational football. They've done a good job in those areas. So it's going to be a battle down the stretch. There's still a lot of football to be played. Coach Belichick used to say football season starts after Thanksgiving. They've won now 8 games. If they want to get to the Super Bowl, they have to win at least another 8 or 9 to get there. So still a ton of football to still be played.
Hey, Tom, Strahan's first year, he learned that he actually had to work on Thanksgiving Day. He thought that he had it off. Did they tell you that before you came? You have to work on Thanksgiving Day this year.
That's the look. Thank you.
That's the exact look Michael had.
Same exact look, Tom. Don't feel bad about it. When we don't show up one Thanksgiving, we'll be having Thanksgiving together and let these guys do this stuff.
See you Thursday, man.
All right, next time we'll see you be Thursday for the Giants and Cowboys. Thanks a lot, Tom.
Oh, my God, that's funny.
Great to see you guys. I love you guys. Have a great day.
You too, brother.
Hey, Tom, bye.
Hey, you know what? We talked a little bit about this NFC North here, and whether or not anybody can catch Detroit. What do you think?
No, I don't think so. He's right. Football, I remember when you're saying football really doesn't start till after the 10th week, and I got in a lot of trouble for saying that, but it's really true. After the 10th week, we can kind of pinpoint, okay, here are the teams we got to focus on now because these are the ones that look like they're positioned to go on and make the playoffs, but I don't think anybody's going to catch the line. Even when they play their worst, and if you go down to the Houston game, when Goff threw those 5 interceptions down there and still won, with him leading them on a comeback long drive at the end of the game to win that, and then coming back throwing 4 touchdown passes, and today did an excellent job. No touchdowns, no interceptions. I don't think anybody can touch him. Scary with Chicago, the way Williams is playing. Minnesota's got a really nice job there, but I don't think anybody will catch Detroit.
I think Minnesota's done a really nice job.
Yeah.
But they're the one team, when you look at Detroit, Minnesota, Green Bay, they're the one of the 3 who I think would be the easiest out as far as competing against, because they almost have to play flawlessly. You can't have a quarterback who turns the ball over. Darnold, 330 yards today, no turnovers. And they still had a tough game against Chicago.
Aaron Jones was healthy.
Yeah.
The team that I think, it's not in the division. It's Philadelphia is right in the rearview mirror. You know, if Detroit, you think down in Houston, Detroit was going to stumble. They, as you mentioned, all the turnovers and they end up coming back and winning. And Philadelphia, if they can continue the pace they're on, they're right there with Detroit.
But Howie, you look at the NFC. Every team outside of Detroit, you can look at them and say, well, there's a flaw there. Either their defense is giving up this, or their offense is not strong enough, or their special team, one thing or another. Detroit, you don't see a lot of flaws.
Nope.
And that's why I don't know if anybody's going to catch them.
They're going to get Smith.
Mentally, they've been challenged. Physically, they've been challenged, and they've risen to the occasion every time.
Every time.
All right, speaking of Detroit, they won again today, as you heard. We'll get inside their winning locker room, along with some others, as we get ready to wrap up Week 12 here on the OT. The greatest rivalry in sports is on Big Noon Saturday. Michigan heads to the Shoe to face off against the second-ranked Buckeyes in the 120th edition of The Game. It all starts at 9 a.m. with a special 3-hour Big Noon kickoff live from Columbus. And then it's Michigan, Ohio State at noon. Andy, it is only right here on Fox. All right, time to get inside some of the winning locker rooms here in Week 12 in the NFL.
I ain't gonna lie to y'all boys, bro. It's been an honor, bro. Like, coming here and winning, grinding with y'all boys day in and day out, trying to set that standard, set that culture. I appreciate y'all, bro. Let's keep going. Let's keep going.
2.5 sacks, 4 quarterback hits, another 3 TFLs. Okay, guys, a one-man wrecking crew. The whole front played their ass off.
Since then, bro, we really been coming together, and I appreciate y'all, boys, man. Let's keep it rolling.
Pulling the trigger, making plays down the field, standing in there, whatever we needed, Sam Darnold gave us.
Keep grinding, man. Keep getting better. Here we go.
Mike's on 3. 1, 2, 3. Mike's.
Let's enjoy this, okay? We know we got a quick week. Let's enjoy the ride home, but congratulations. You guys have earned it. You stayed on point. The messaging, the love, the brotherhood for one another, it's been outstanding, okay? So this is the one we needed. You know, talked about it last night. This is the one we needed.
We were 0-11-1. 0-11-1 on the road, 21 half of 22, and then we went to Chicago and got it. We got our first dub, and since then we're 16-5 on the road, man. And every one of you are a part of that. Every one of you are a part of that. That's big, man. 16-5 on the road, all right? So we're road warriors. We're also damn good at home.
All right, you know, Michael, we talked about Detroit and how they seem to be the team to beat in the NFC. You look at this Green Bay team, when they play their best, I mean, they're playing as well as anybody right now.
And you know what's impressive is that this is a young offense, too. But they're learning to do it with balance. They're not saying, Jordan Love, here, take the ball, throw it 30 yards, 30 times down the field. Between Love, you hand the ball off to Jacobs. Emmanuel Wilson had a big game today. So they are very balanced, great play calling, and then defensively, pretty stout defensively. So I think that as far as balance and as far as young team learning to win, which could be really dangerous for the opponents, the Packers are a team that we should keep our eye on.
Hey, speaking of learning to win, in the pregame show, you said, no worry about Kansas City that lost last week. No, my point is, they keep winning, but they're not dominating anybody, including today against the Panthers.
I was shocked by that score. Carolina, ever since they brought Bryce Young, the young quarterback, the rookie, our second-year guy, back to starting, he has played outstanding. He was outstanding today against Kansas City. They had this game tied up at 27, but once again, with 3 touchdown passes, you knew Mahomes was going to bring them back, and that's exactly what he did. How long do they continue doing this and winning this, and will it finally, let them down when it counts most? I doubt it. I just don't think that's going to happen. This football team knows how to win.
But you can know how to win, but you can't keep squeaking by week after week. I think it wears the players down. They get tired.
Michael,
I'm just saying.
But when you play Carolina, you cannot tell me that Kansas City didn't look at Carolina on the schedule and go, Carolina, really?
But they've been looking at every team like that, because they've been squeaking by every team this year.
I agree.
Sean Payton, Denver, another big win. Sean Payton has a definitive idea of what he wants in a football team and a quarterback. He thinks he's got his quarterback now. Young quarterback's playing well. Nick's is playing really well. He's kind of flipped the roster. He said this team last year would not have won today's game. He likes the mental and physical toughness of this team. He thinks they're a much tougher team.
Howie, besides being an analyst, I love watching football. And watching that Dallas-Washington game, you look at a blocked field goal. Wow. A blocked punt, a kickoff return for a touchdown. Washington comes back. Now they're going to tie it. They miss the extra point. I mean, you're going back and forth and back and forth. And it was an enjoyable game to watch, regardless who won.
There are a couple of enjoyable games today, and I think a good day. They lost both of them, but the number 1 and number 2 picks, Jaden Daniels led Washington in that comeback. They missed the extra point that would have tied it.
Unbelievable.
And Caleb Williams, 10 points in the last 30 seconds, led them to the game that got them in overtime. They wound up losing, but I think we're starting to see
this class has turned out to be a pretty good class.
It really has. And you mentioned Bo Nix. You add him to it as well. All right, we'll be back with more of the OT, presented by Ford, coming your way all across America from Los Angeles. All right, Thursday on Thanksgiving, make sure you join us for a special Fox NFL pregame. We'll get you all ready for the classic Giants-Cowboys matchup happening in Dallas. Plus, Chef Gordon Ramsay makes his own turducken. It all starts at 4 o'clock Eastern, 1 Pacific, right here on Fox. All right, as we get ready to wrap things up, time to check in with Jay Glazer to find out about some of the big injuries that happened around the league today. Jay?
I love it, too. I love Gordon Ramsay. Love it. All right, we're going to start here with Washington. They had a costly loss today to the Dallas Cowboys. A little bit more costly also in the injury department. There are 2 running backs. First, Austin Eckler went down with a severe concussion, so much so that they hospitalized him for an abundance of caution. So he's going to be out for a while. Then Brian Robinson went down with an ankle injury. He's getting to MRI tomorrow. So both of those running backs could be out for an extended period, for a period of time. We just talked about those Dallas Cowboys. They won today. We have them on Thursday, like Kurt said, and they're hoping to get healthier for that game. They are optimistic. They can get Trayvon Diggs back, Tyler Smith. They're hoping maybe even a Brandon Cooks, who's been out since week 9. On the other side, the Giants, bad loss today. Tommy DeVito got beat up a lot. However, the Giants are still expected to start him for this game. And talking about Giant quarterbacks, Daniel Jones will clear waivers tomorrow. He does expect to sign possibly as early as tomorrow or Tuesday.
Oh, that'll be quick.
10 teams interested.
Wow. Thank you very much, Jay. Who won the day, guys? I'll ask you, starting with you, TV.
It's pretty easy. I think Tua Tagovailoa, quarterback for the Miami Dolphins, since he's been back in the lineup, they have now won 3 in a row. And today, he capped off a brilliant performance, 4 touchdown passes.
Big turnaround up in Seattle on defense. Leonard Williams, 9 pressures, 2.5 sacks today. That's pretty good.
For me, it's Josh Jacobs, first running back in 54 regular season games against the 49ers in 2021 to rush for over 100 yards. And he added 3 touchdowns to that. Job well done.
You know who's had a really difficult month?
You.
Mike McCarthy.
I like how you said in unison.
That was like in unison.
Okay, Mike McCarthy got a win today and had a little bit of relief. We'll see him Thursday against
They're on a heater, Jimmy.
Well, we will see Jimmy Thursday as well, along with Mike McCarthy, as the Cowboys host the Giants. That's our big game right here on Fox. Our pregame coverage starts at 4 o'clock Eastern Time. We will see you then, folks. The Simpsons comes up next.
Fox Sports thanks you for watching this presentation of the National Football League. For NFL news and highlights, go to NFL.com.
And now, a sneak peek of the season premiere of Animal Control.
Wait, you came out too fast. I had a new honk ready. Go back in.
Oh, yeah, no problem.
Hey, wait a second, babe. I made you a smoothie for the truck.
Oh.
Was it too sweet?
You certainly are.
Looks like the truck's gonna have 2 smoothies in it, you know what I mean? Smooth devil.
You do know I want to like you, right?
I do.
Rain coming out in the morning. Ooh.
Yasmin's great. I was on the fence about her after she ghosted you twice, but she's back and better than ever.
She makes me meals. She texts me all the time. She remembers specific details from conversations we've had. She's pretty much obsessed.
That's great, man.
No, I mean literally obsessed. She stares at my mouth when I talk. She might be unstable.
It just sounds like cool GF behavior to me.
Okay, how about this? She watches me sleep.
So? I watch you sleep. You tuck your hands under your face like a tiny angel.
Great. No more truck naps. Maybe it's you, Frank. You just draw crazy people to you.
I took Addie to school today. She made me drop her off a block away.
Yeah, I don't love that kid.
Hey, that's my daughter. I hear you. Walk. Everything I do mortifies her. I can't even take my socks off without her groaning.
Yeah, but I've seen you take off your socks and it's weird. You do it toe by toe, like a burlesque dancer.
Give me the female perspective. How do I connect with her?
You can't. I mean, she's a 13-year-old girl, and honestly, she kind of sucks.
Truck 8, there's a report of a gorilla at Overlook Park.
Wait, sorry, just to double check. You said gorilla? Like a large ape?
Or like a freedom fighter.
I'm sorry, would an armed militant be preferable?
It's the animal. We're Animal Control. Over.
Whoa. A giraffe and a gorilla. I wonder if that means there's a...
Zoo break! An all-new season of Animal Control premieres Thursday, January 2nd on Fox.